Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we have ourselves a few new updates surrounding the Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3 Part 2 sets, otherwise known as the Summer 2025 set wave, which we've talked about quite a bit. We've gone into a lot of detail surrounding this new wave, but like I said, for today's video, we just have ourselves a few updates, just a bit of add-on information, nothing super major, but just things that I thought were mildly interesting. Just remember, these early leaks / early listings are never finalized until we see the final set images. Things are, of course, subject to change, so keep that in mind as we continue throughout today's video. So first of all, we have ourselves an update for set number 71846, the Fire Knight mech, which says the Kai minifigure will have a cape in this set. Yeah, so if you guys have been following along, you would know that this set is actually not for Dragons Rising, but instead for the upcoming Ninjago Monstrosity TV show, which is said to be releasing in June of this year. Obviously, we have some sets to correspond with that show. The two in the summertime wave are the Fire Knight mech and the Guardian Dragon. The Fire Knight mech has been previously said to come with a Kai minifigure. Apparently, that Kai minifigure will have a cape, which I can see considering this is kind of like a fantasy series from what we've seen, ninja versus monster, that kind of thing. And as such, Kai having a cape, I mean, that would kind of fit with the whole Dragon Slayer fairy tale vibe that I feel like this series might try to go for. And I personally love the idea of the ninja having capes. In this case, Kai would have a cape. That's been something that I've been wanting to see for a while, and we almost got it during the time of Ninjago Crystallized, which also brings me to my next point here. This could always change, because we've seen sets with early ninja designs featuring capes before. They were ultimately omitted from the final product. For example, in the Crystal King set, the initial preliminary images had Lloyd wearing Master Wu's cape, which at the time opened up a lot of doors for speculation. A lot of us were talking about what that could mean, only for the final rendition of the set to not have Lloyd wearing a cape at all. And in the Ninjago Crystallized season, Lloyd does not wear a cape ever. So this could be something that will change for the final product, but I will say it does make sense for Kai to have a cape here, again, just considering the Ninjago Monstrosity show probably having a different vibe to that of Dragons Rising, so I'd say bring on the capes. I just hope it's not one of those things that gets erased as we see the final product. Then we have set number 71844, which is the Ninja Combat Vehicle, which does feature Frak as a minifigure. Apparently Frak will have a new head mold in this set, so he is not going to be reusing the mold that we saw from the Seabound snakes, from the core snakes. It will be an entirely new head mold, allegedly, which I feel like that is appropriate considering that Frak's head in the context of the show is not a recycled piece. It looks similar to that of maybe Clancy's head from Ninjago Skybound, but it's not exact, and I don't think that mold is around anymore. So I feel like Frak will have an entirely new head mold. I feel like this leak is accurate. Plus, like I said, we are not using the core snake head, which, as you can see from my trio of Frak customs, doesn't really look like Frak from the show. It's close enough for the sake of a custom, but I would hate it if the final Ninjago sets actually gave Frak this head. It sounds like it'll be an entirely new mold, so I hope it's accurate at least to the show. By the way, I've received a few questions asking what exactly Frak is in terms of a serpentine, in the sense of what tribe he actually belongs to. It's been confirmed that Frak is actually a hybrid serpentine, so someone who is a descendant of two different serpentine tribes. So your guess is as good as mine surrounding what exactly Frak actually is supposed to be. My guess is half Constricti, half Venomari, just because he uses the orange of the Constricti and the green of the Venomari. But again, that's just my guess. All we know for sure is that Frak is a serpentine hybrid, so make your guesses down below in the comments, I guess. But either way, I think it is also appropriate that Frak does have his own head mold. Considering that Frak is a new ninja, I think they should put as much effort as possible into the ninja team itself. So I'm glad to hear that it's not going to be some type of recycled thing. It will actually be something different and something unique. Again, allegedly, that is. And finally, for the last little little tidbit here. This is something that is very obvious if you've seen the rest of my videos breaking down which minifigures come in which sets for the Summer Wave, but Lord Ras is not in the Summer Wave at all. He is nowhere to be found, which has caused some Ninjago fans to speculate a little bit regarding what exactly will happen with Lord Ras in the context of Dragons Rising Season 3. I might go over this more in its own separate video, but there have been some theories floating around that Lord Ras is going to die or something in Season 3 Part 1, which is why he's not around for the Summer Wave. Again, I personally don't think that, considering that his storyline is nowhere near complete in my opinion. I feel like there is still a lot more regarding this character's history and backstory that we just haven't seen yet. We don't even know who his master is, so I'm not sure why there are so many theories floating around that he will die in Season 3. And like I said, we still have so much more that we do not know surrounding this character. I can't see Ninjago Dragons Rising killing him off this early. I feel like he will be a character that will be around until the very end, just because of how much we have not yet seen regarding this character that the series has promised us. But again, just because a character does not appear, that does not mean that they will not be in the show. And even vice versa. Just because a character appears in the sets, that does not guarantee that they will be in the show. My best guess, I don't feel like Lord Ras will be getting a new design at all for Season 3. It seems like he will just be using the same design that we saw from Season 2 Part 2 from last year. And we've already seen that figure recycled for the January wave this year, so do we really need more of that figure in the summer of 2025? In my opinion, not really. I feel like it would be better to include other characters in the summer wave. Again, with Frak, for example, I would much rather have a Frak minifigure than the same Lord Ras that we've received in like 4 different sets. And speaking of Frak, again, Frak is not in the January wave or the March wave, yet he is in Season 3 Part 1. Confirmed based on the trailer and the poster. So again, just because someone appears in the sets or doesn't, that does not have any indication of what will go on in the show. But overall, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here. Those have been all of the new updates for the summer of 2025 in terms of the Ninjago Summer 2025 set list. Feel free to leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments surrounding what you think about these new updates. Just remember, these are not final. These are always subject to change. Take these with a grain of salt, because again, the final product is never the same as what the leaks suggest. So leave all of your thoughts down below. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I appreciate you guys checking out this one. If you guys did enjoy this one, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.